This is about 3 years ago, upstate New York. There's a small airplane in a holding pattern, waiting for clearance to land. When suddenly, without warning, the plane just dropped out of the sky, hit the ground. It killed some people, but nobody we know. Well, do you remember why that plane fell so abruptly? It ran out of gas. Do you hear me? I'm thinking, don't they have a gauge or something? If I was the pilot up there at 35,000 feet and the gas hand was on E, I'd land on the freeway at Texaco. They may not have any jet fuel, but hell, it's worth a shot. At least you could grab a Coke and a pack of crackers. Go pee. See, folks, you remember what I'm telling you right now. Everything they tell you and I about the safety of a plane was never intended for our safety. It was intended primarily to make us feel better mentally about being out there. Just like the oxygen mask. They say if we need it, it's going to pop down out of the ceiling. I ain't never seen it. I don't believe it's up there. Then they say if it does come down, for us to breathe first before we hand it to the person next to us. Well, hell, I was going to do that anyhow. I mean, I'm a pretty nice guy. I just can't see myself looking at somebody I don't even know and going, well, hell, I don't have anything to live for. Why don't you breathe?
Some years ago, now you folks who have children going to school, we all know this, that little children can get in trouble these days if they show up in school with any type of dessert. If you show up in school, the public school system, with cookies, candy bars, pastries, brownies, soft drinks, you all know this, it's not allowed in school anymore. The kids just got sugar in it. Now, most Americans think that makes sense, but it doesn't. Think what we've done here. I'm going to repeat this now and listen carefully. Little children, school children, can get in trouble if they show up in school with a cookie or a candy bar. Now, I believe in progress because life does move forward. But some things in the past makes more sense to me. Here's what would happen years ago when a kid got in trouble. You go like this. Miss Jones, you need to get out here. Jason is in trouble again. Oh my God, what'd he do now? He showed up in school with 3 pornographic magazines. And he's showing pictures of naked women to all the other boys. And some of you older guys know that happened years ago. Pornography in school, you're in trouble. We got in trouble, big trouble. You probably got the ass whipping. But at least it was normal and it made sense. We're better off then than now. Now it goes like this, and we should all be embarrassed about it. Think about this. Here's what happens now. Ms. Jones, you need to get out here. Jason is in trouble again. Oh my God, what did he do now? We found a Tootsie Roll in his locker. As Americans, we should be embarrassed. This slippery slope is going down very quickly. Ms. Jones, your little boy is in trouble. We found a Tootsie Roll in his locker. Those are banned because Tootsie Rolls have sugar in it. Think about that. So I would say this to the soccer moms out there. The soccer moms and the nutless guys they're married to. Ask yourself this question. Think about this. Ask yourself this. What kind of little boy are you raising? What kind of little boy are you raising? What kind of man do you want him to grow up to be? A man who is attracted to naked women, or a man who scares of a Tootsie Roll?
This is going to remind you of somebody you know. If they're no longer with you, it'll bring back good memories to you. Maybe your favorite aunt, your grandmother. You're the ones that you saw. Well, if you didn't see them on Sunday, you'd see them on special occasions. You know, Christmas Day, Thanksgiving, somebody's birthday. The big, wide, fat, overweight relative. The one we love so much. Get up from the supper table. First of all, though, everybody else is already up from the table. They're in the living room. She's still in the kitchen. And she would just yell to the next room. I'll be there in a minute. I'm just going to get a biscuit and sop this up. That could be what's wrong with the country. A whole generation of Americans who've never heard the expression, sop it up. And then she come into the living room and flop down in the nearest chair, the first chair she came to. And to a little kid, it always looked like it was in slow motion. Because we always thought for sure the chair was going to break. She'd come in, she'd be like, oh, Lord. I ate more than I planned to. I think starting tomorrow, I'm going to go on some kind of a diet. Well, no, I can't tomorrow. Hell, we're going to Cracker Barrel tomorrow. I don't know why meatloaf lays on my chest. Seems like it's right there, won't go no further. Oh, I wish Nana brought my gas pills. I didn't know you put onion in your meatloaf. Lord knows I can't eat cooked onions. Oh. You know, I could have a hiatal hernia. If I knew my insurance would pay for it, I'd get me an MRI. Because sometimes the x-ray don't show everything on fat people. If y'all wait a few minutes, I'd help with those dishes. I just feel so lightheaded. I bet you my blood pressure's up. I had no business eating all that salt. Oh. But I'd just soon not have meatloaf. I can't put salt on it. Oh. I tried some of that no salt, but it just didn't taste like salt. That's probably why they call it no salt. Whew. Is it hot in here or is it just me? I swear I'm soaking wet. I hope it ain't my bladder. Oh, I'm stuck to the chair. If you go into the kitchen, cut me a piece of that cake. Just a little piece. I've cut way back on my sugar. I need to get up and walk around. I would if my feet weren't swollen. I don't know what causes that. I might be allergic to something. I hope it ain't bread. I don't believe I can eat that bread. Oh, I hope I feel better before supper. I'm good-minded to change doctors. The one I'm going to now ain't doing me no good. Of course, his scales just go to 300. So really, he don't know whether I lost weight or not. Don't throw that cornbread out. I'll take that home with me. Because Lord knows I don't feel like cooking. And this right here sounds like a joke, but it's not a joke. It really happened. This past summer was a year ago. There were four incidents of where a plane would be on the runway. And for no obvious reason, the engine would just fall off and hit the pavement. Do you hear me? The damn motor fell off. Y'all sound like you see that every day. Yeah, I just saw that yesterday. You know what? Now look, this is true. The FAA said that was caused by a malfunction in the airplane toilet. In the toilet. Do you see what they're telling us? Somebody flushed a commode and the damn motor fell off. So you listen to me. The next time you're up about 30,000 feet and you're sitting there going, I don't think I can hold this any longer. Think again. I don't care if you pee in your briefcase. And let's not forget about Aloha Airlines. They're the ones that had that airplane that took off as a hard top, come back as a convertible. The top blew off. And the dumb things, the people would say once they got off the plane, these are people who flew in and landed in an airplane that didn't have a top. It didn't have a damn top. And one lady actually said this. She said, at first, I didn't even notice it. I just reached out to push the stewardess button and the sun was in my eyes. Think about this. You go into a grocery store, you buy a lemon pie, bag of lemon candy. You read the label, it'll say made with artificial flavoring or made with imitation lemon. Now you go to the other side of the store to get some furniture polish, they got lemon pledge. On the can, it says made with real lemon. That bothers me. We're eating the artificial junk and we're spraying the good stuff on the coffee table. I'll tell you all what's wrong with America today. Giant cookies. That's right, them big cookies. You get them over at the mall. You got one cookie, size of a hubcap, cost $8. That ain't right. Remember until a few years ago, a cookie was like yay big. You get a whole bag of them for $1. I remember as a little kid getting ready for school, my mother would say, Junior, that was me, you want a cookie in your lunch? I said, yeah, that'd be good. Now mother says to her child, son, you want to take a cookie to school with you? Well, yeah, if I can get somebody to help me carry it. See, there's a lot of things out there that don't make sense these days. Every store you go into, they got these little machines. You put a quarter in there, get your pulse, your heart rate checked. You know what I'm talking about? It bothers me that you can get your heart checked at Pizza Hut. Does this make any sense? I can't see a guy going into Pizza Hut saying, yeah, this order's to go. Give me a large Super Supreme, double cheese. I love cholesterol. Give me a lot of jalapeno peppers. I want to remember this pizza till next week. I'll have a pitcher of beer while I'm waiting. And what the heck, I might as well get my heart checked while I'm here. And listen, think about this. Department stores are practicing medicine. For almost 20 years, we think it's all right. Let's say you go over to Sears and Roebuck just to look around. And by the way, if you notice, that's what we all do at Sears now. Nobody buys anything over there. Well, you're off this afternoon. What you gonna do? Well, I'll tell you. I think I'll go over to Sears and look around. All right. You're over at Sears. You're in the lower level, the basement. That's the hardware department. All you're doing is checking out what's new with Black & Decker. You ain't gonna buy nothing. You just looking. Now you get ready to leave. You go around the lawnmowers. Well, let me interrupt this a minute. Lawnmowers. On every lawnmower you've ever seen, not a sticker, not a label, embedded, molded into steel so you can't ever erase it. It says, keep hands and feet away from blade. You know what that means? Sometime in the past, some nut has said to his wife, honey, come here, let's trim them toenails of yours. I didn't decide to become a comedian professionally in '82.
I decided to do that in '83 because I was still around. We all just get around. It was the Punchline opened in Columbia, South Carolina. It was a tight club. It was upstairs on top of that little steakhouse. It's called the Peddler.
Yep.
And the entrance was here. A cigarette machine. Remember the cigarette machines back in those days? Cigarette machine. And the stage was here, close this way. And I used to watch every show. I watched every show. 5 nights a week, 6 nights a week. I watched every show. I watched the MC. I watched the feature. I did that for a long time. A long time. Every show. And when I become a headliner, I was always here before the show started. I want to be part. I always got involved in the show. Well, here's what happened. I was emceeing, and I was making $300 a week. And the headliner was on stage. He was all right, and I was propped against that cigarette machine, just propped up watching that act. And Robo Walker came by. He was the owner, and he said to me, he said, "What do you think about that guy? Talking about the headliner, you know?" I said, "Oh, he's all right." And Robo said, "Oh, he's all right, but he's not worth $1,200 a week," and just walked off. All right. Now let me explain to you what $1,200 a week was. Now, wait a minute. Now, it's 1983. The average household family income in 1983 was about $18,000-19,000 a year. That's household income, about $19,000 a year. All right. So the minute he said that, okay, in my mind, here was the thought in my mind. I didn't say it, but in my mind. If that can make $1,200 a week, I will eventually be a wealthy man. So anyway,
it's about
and then,
time.
Like anybody else, we have so many years before we want to quit. I had some lonely days in Oklahoma. Lonely days. It was $400 a week. Had to do 2 weeks in a row. You know? And shared a condo. They had a 2-room condo. The headliner got his own room. You know? And I would say 2-bedroom. And feature act. And then the MC had a sofa sweeper, the couch. That's where I was. And see, remember, I was 37 years old on the couch, and this headliner was 23. I mean, that was hard to do. You know?
Where's that 23-year-old guy now? Right?
I don't know.
No.
I don't know. But hell, I'd do it all over again. I'd do it all over again.
Well, you look at it this way, James. You got to see the world. Well, at least the southern part of it.
But you know what, though?
Of the United States.
It was good to see the world, but I really didn't. That was not a big motivator for me.
Right.
It wasn't a big motivator.
Right.
People ask me all the time, they say, "You ever done Pittsburgh?" And I'd say, "No, I hadn't worked in Pittsburgh." Man, you ought to. Yeah, in Pittsburgh, and then they tried to tell me about some tourist thing they'd seen. You know, but now once I got there and had time,
Right.
you know, because see, the feature act was not required to do media. You're the MC, you don't have to get up early to go to media. So you have no money, you can't spend a lot. So I spent a lot of time walking around in the arches in St. Louis.
Right. Oh, yeah.
And then went to Seattle. I enjoyed going to Seattle for the first time. You know.
And you got to let them, everybody know that you drove to these gigs. James not a big flyer.
Yeah, I do hate that.
Yeah. A lot of miles on those cars.
I spent a lot of nights on in the rest areas because you can't get there in one day. You know, you can't just get here in the morning and have a show in Tulsa at 8. So I'd leave the evening before, you know, and find me a nice rest area where all the truckers were around.
Here's how ridiculous that health craze is getting. There's a lot of guys, maybe some guys in this room tonight, who actually have a membership at a local gymnasium. A membership that they bought. They bought it. They damn bought it. I know one fool that had it financed. He's making payments on it. These are grown men. They keep a membership card in their wallet. They have to show that to get in. Look, I'm a member. Can I come in? Like the rest of us is going to be trying to crash a damn gym. If you have a membership at a gymnasium, in layman's terms, here's the meaning of that. That means you went to a businessman in your community and you said to him, look, if I give you part of my hard-earned money, will you let me come in here every day after work and lift something heavy? And the guy goes, well, yeah. You got any stupid friends you can bring with you?
You know what we got now, what I think? It's what I call the pass-the-law generation. The pass-the-law generation. It's a whining. There's no, I ain't talking about the male species, they'll always be around. But men, as my father was, and as your father was, you know, we got the young generation of men coming along. This Phil Donahue Oprah syndrome got to them. You know, these non-smoking, granola munching, anemic-looking, limp-wristed house husband sons of This is right. Driving a Hyundai and like it. Love to go to the mall and pick out drape patterns. Here's why I call them the whining generation. You know, we've been electing them to office now. Here's how it works. That man just bought a handgun. Pass the law and make him stop. That man just lit a cigarette. Pass the law and make him stop. That man just got on a bicycle without a helmet. Please pass the law and make him stop. That man just told an ethnic joke and it hurt my feelings. Could you please pass the law so he can't do that no more? Here's what got me on the subject, these curfew laws. As I travel from city to city, one after another are enacting curfew laws for teenagers. And here's the sad part, is that most adults, by the surveys they conduct, most adults now support curfew laws for kids. I don't. It scares me to death. For 70 years, when the Soviet Union had curfew laws for its private citizens, and let's define what a curfew law is. That's a form of government telling a private citizen what time he has to be back in his own driveway at night. Well, when the Soviet Union had those laws, and we still had men in this country, we would have gone to war over that. And now we got this young, wimpy, weak generation. They can't take care of their own damn 13-year-old kid. They want the mayor to do it. Ah, damn. It just, you think, listen, you think my daddy needed a law to get my butt home by 12? No. When my daddy made a threat, I knew he had the strength to follow through because I knew what he had for breakfast.